Hello, Libra. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. And for the main part of the read, I'm using Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive oracle cards are Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Bum, 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 bum. There's a lot. Again, this was like with the Gemini. There's a bit of fun pop energy. So let's see where it's going. That's a good card to start off with. No, I feel like, let me move this out of the way. I feel like there's one more. Ah. See, all that's going to come in. Okay. Oh, I like this so far. Oh, I kind of like this. Oh, I kind of like this. I like how this is starting. Okay, so I'm not a Libra. I don't know if I have any in my chart really, but I like this. I'm like, how do I get this reading? Like, I like how this feels. Something is really exciting me about this. And I know you're starting off with a lot of success with the Six of Wands. It's a success card, but like, this is telling me you've already kind of like assured your success in a way. You kind of grounded it. You're tied to something that's giving you success. You got the Six of Cups in the environment. And what I'm getting with this, there's a connection with people from the past, connections from the past it's ensuring your success in the future because you're standing in a successful spot, but I feel like this is like you're creating something. You're starting at a point of success, which is creating this success coming forward. Like, it's not just getting handed to you. You worked towards it. You're going to continue working towards it, but it's going to work because of your connections to the past. This is interesting because what's going on between you and whatever the connection is the Nine of Swords. I don't feel like this is a negative energy towards you, but there's kind of like this distorted feel, like the game is set up incorrectly, things aren't working correctly. Like, I feel like the Nine of Swords is making me feel like things are not, it's like a distorted game. Things are not feeling correct. It's like things are not that bad, but it's almost like things are so sweet. It's like, you know when you have somebody come by you and they have so much perfume on, you're like, did you just pour the whole bottle over your face or what happened? It's kind of like that where it's so strong, it's obnoxious. Something is very distorted between you and this situation. Like, I don't feel like you can see clearly what's going on around you and the support you have around you. But I'm also getting there's a discontent with the situation altogether. It's not against you, but it's about there's a distortion, a discontent, not able to see where things are going, wanting things to change, not sure that they can change. That card is coming through really oddly for me because there are positive connections. You see, this is why you're going to have success. The environment is not what people want it to be. That's the shorthand of it. The environment is not what people want it to be, but people will easily go the way you want them to go because they want the environment to change. This sets you up for success right off the bat because people want things to change. That's what I'm getting. And the people you're connected to, when you start, see, because you're gonna start that ball rolling. You've got the Three of Wands. You're proposing change. This is on your side. You're proposing change. You're like, this is what we could do. This is an idea. This is what I think we should go. This is where I think we should go. This is where I think we should head. People want that change, and they're very eager to go your way. They've got the Eight of Pentacles. Nope, it's the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. They're very eager to go your way, but I'm also noticing something else. Like, this seems to be you're communicating, other people are agreeing, people want to move on this as quickly as possible, which is causing the Star card to happen between you and whoever you're dealing with. So the options are coming forward pretty quickly. Nothing is happening but the options and the backing. People are backing what you want to do. Star card. So it's kind of like initially it seems like you're saying we should do this, and people are like, yeah, let's do it, let's get it together. So it's feeling very positive. So this is good. This is, again, where your history is benefiting you. But what I'm getting here is, like, people agreeing to the change and how long the change is going to take, because it can't happen in 5 seconds. This is a lasting change. It's going to take some time to bring it together. And I'm getting, like, the Queen of Cups is happening in the environment. People are still supporting you, but I get, like, even though they're still supporting you, they got the Eight of Cups here, kind of like you're not seeing the support. It's kind of like, almost like the night before, everybody's saying, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm behind you on that. Then the next day, they're off doing what they need to do. They're off doing the things that they need to do. You're not seeing the support as much as you saw the night before. It's still there. The Queen of Cups is telling me it's still there, but it's one of those things with, like, okay, I thought we were all going to move forward. What's going on? What's going on? The Four of Swords is telling me you're having a moment of doubt. You're having a moment of doubt, thinking, maybe this isn't going to work. It's kind of like a rest period, but it's almost like you need to take a rest. It's kind of like you have to reformulate the plan. You're realizing that people kind of followed you fairly easily, but nothing happened right off the bat. But you're like, all right, I know people want to. How can I make this form into something? How can I make this actually happen? And that Four of Swords is kind of like taking that break, and kind of like things aren't quite formed the way they need to be, but I need to work on it a little more. A little anxiety, kind of like I need to work on it a little more to get this to actually happen, because I think it really needs to. And you're working on it. You haven't given up. I don't feel that, but it's a little stressful, kind of like, where'd all my support go? I thought you all were right behind me on this. Now, there's a lot coming in at once here, and I'm kind of, like, I feel like you proposed an idea. The Three of Wands, like you said, we should go forward and do this. The Eight of Wands, people were very much in belief of this, and they backed you on this. The Star card between the two of you is telling me it didn't happen right away, but it's almost like this is like you made the wish. Like, heads up, that you made the wish, and then here's your wish coming in. The Ace of Pentacles is showing up. It's starting to take form. People did back you. People seem to back off, and you didn't see that support as much. But then all of a sudden, you see these changes start to happening. You see people pushing forward things, and you're like, is this literally what I wanted? Is this literally starting to happen? This is on your side. The Moon card with the discernment. Somebody picked up that ball and ran with it. You put the ball on the field and said, we need to get there. Somebody picked up the ball and ran with it. You just couldn't see them doing it. Discernment with the Moon card is kind of like, is it going to make it all the way to the goal? Discernment is saying, is it really going to where I want it to go, or is it going somewhere else? Are we playing the game I want to play, or do I just think we're playing the game I want to play? This is in the environment. Abundance with self-reflection. You have this connection to the past. Somebody, more than one person, I feel like, really believes in you and your plan. And I feel like abundance, they're like, if we keep working at this and we keep ourselves on point, we can make this happen. The Libra had a great idea. We need to make it happen. What's going to come next is very interesting, because it goes so far and then you're pulled back in, is what I'm getting. It's kind of like you get the opportunity, you say, we should do this. People say, yeah, we should do this. The wish is made. Right after it, you're just like, what happened? Like, you don't see anything. Then all of a sudden you see things start to come together, and you're just like, oh, okay, is this really going to work? And you're trying to get yourself together and try to poise yourself, like, am I going to get back in the place where I can help make decisions? Am I going to get more intel on this? Yes, you are. The next phase, to usher in the next part anyway, you've got this showing up on your side. The Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and then the Queen of Pentacles. They're coins in this deck, actually. So the Two of Coins, the Queen of Coins, and the Seven of Wands. Wands in this deck, yeah. I feel like you're going to get an opportunity to come back into the situation and become more of a power player to the whole situation, if I can get this in here. It seems like it's glaring. I'm trying to find a place where it doesn't glare as much. I don't know if that's going to work. So, Now, when you get back into this, I don't feel like you have to work to get back in, but I feel like you have to work to get into a position of power. The Queen of Pentacles, doesn't matter your gender, that's somebody who has power. That's somebody who's very emotionally invested, has a lot of power, and not only has a lot of emotion to drive them forward, but they know how to identify other people's motivating factors. What's emotionally connecting them here? What's emotionally keeping them connected? And using that in a positive way to keep people engaged and moving forward. You're going to have to make some decisions to get yourself more in a controlling energy, to more in a calling the shots place. The Two of Pentacles, Two of Coins, whatever in this, is telling me you're going to have to make some hard choices and you're going to have to fight your way in a little bit. Not like, it's not going to be a very rough fight, but just kind of like you're going to have to really kind of maneuver yourself into the right spot. You're going to have to push yourself into the right area so that way you can become this Queen of Pentacles energy. No matter what your gender is, it's basically saying putting yourself in a position of control. I don't know if it matters, but in my world, the King and the Queen are equal. It's just what they're handling at the time. I don't really feel like either outweighs the other, just to be fair. So you're definitely in a control spot. The only two cards that overseed the Queen and Kings are the Emperor and Empress, in my opinion. But they're equal too, in my view. I don't know why I'm saying that, but there you go. This is where it's going to go. This is going to be one of those things you have to work at it, and you're going to have to see where this is going. Planning things forward, realizing there's much more to come forward with this situation. There's a lot more to be done. But you need to be in a position to make decisions and help steer the ship. As long as you do that, I'm getting there's a lot of fruit to be had. Look at that fruit at the top of that tree. There's a lot of good that can come of this. But the situation goes better if you're in a controlling position. Not in the sense of like controlling people, but trying to control the current of the river. Like, you know, oh, let's dam this up here so that can go that way. Let's kind of like relieve some of the pressure here so that can go that way. You know what I mean? Making decisions based on what you're dealing with. You know, oh, if we put a dam here, we can create some hydropower. You know, stuff like that. You can make these decisions. It goes better if you're there. It goes smoother. People get along. People are more likely to meld into each other's ideas. It's very important. I feel like it's really important. The success of this situation really does go a lot better. Well, I actually feel like it's not going to be nearly as successful if you don't end up in this position. So you need to be in that position. I really feel like you need to. I almost feel like that's why this is coming forward. It's kind of saying, if this is hitting with you, if this is making sense, they're like, no, you need to be in this position. This will not continue with this level of success if you don't end up in that position of control. You need to be there so that things can form correctly and you can help balance things out. You need to be there. I think we're there. All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. I just can't get rid of that glare.